Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Scrappy Piano Teacher podcast review. Today, I wanted to do a review on a camp that I did last week. It's from Piano Pyramid, and it is called Summer Piano Club PX, which means it's for the littles, and it is the music and weather package. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to share it with you. First of all, my name is Jacqueline Morozic. I am a piano teacher just north of Cincinnati, Ohio. I run group and private lessons in my studio. My groups are primarily for the younger side, and private lessons are primarily for the older side. And I'll be honest, when it comes to teaching, I love teaching the little kids. I love their squishy little brains, and they just absorb things and learn so quickly. I love them. Teaching littles, I think a lot of people are scared of them. And I personally find it very freeing because there's so much you can do with them. And quick note, I was not asked to leave this review. I did not get anything for free. I paid for this just like everybody else. There's no sponsorship involved. I'm just doing this because I know how hard it is to find good age appropriate curriculum and I want to share my experience. I also want other teachers to see what's out there and how it actually works in a real studio. Okay, so the way that this works, there are 5 lessons. You can run it Monday through Friday and teach all 5. I actually ran it Monday through Thursday for 2 hours a day. Some of my students are doing weekly group lessons spread out over the summer. They're not doing a camp, which is totally fine. I'm teaching the exact same thing from the summer piano club curriculum. I'm just spreading it out over that time. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, I can actually start telling you guys about it. So it is a PDF download. You do have minimal prep. You will need to print out some music for the kids. And then you also have some activities, which if you're going to teach this more than once, I highly recommend taking the time to print it out and laminate it because it's going to save you a bunch of time later on. And why not? Because this is a studio license. You get to use it over and over and over again. Okay, so again, I'm using the music and weather one, and this is for ages 4 to 8 years old. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's silly. You can't put 4 and 8 year olds together. And I'm telling you, you can. I've thought this way before too. But now that I've been going through the process and doing groups, you can. All right. So in my group classes, I had a 5-year-old, I had 2 6-year olds, I had a 7-year-old, and an 8-year old. And did I stick with the schedule that they gave me to a T? Did I follow it strictly? No, I didn't. I more just followed the order and it all worked out really well because I'm a piano teacher. So I'm going to make tweaks along the way with what fits my studio, just like I know you would as well. So the Piano Pyramid gives you a Spotify playlist and a YouTube playlist. These were really, really well thought out and fit the lessons beautifully. They give you actual direction for example, scarf movement when you dance to songs instead of saying like just dance. It's saying, twirl when you hear a certain word or fall down or whatever. They give you instructions and it's just really nice because it saved me a lot of brain space. I know that it's just like commands during a song and people will be thinking, well, who cares? But when you're in the thick of it and you're trying to make it through, it's just really, really nice. The next part is music introduction. So you get some music, very short melodies. They give one version for the 4 to 6 year olds or the beginner, like the wee beginners, right? And then they give a different one for 7 to 8 year olds, or maybe students who have done a year or two of piano with you. The younger kids get a printable keyboard to color in their keys, and the older kids get a pre-reading sheet. So they color, we chant the rhythms, we sing the melodies, and then we go to the pianos. Now, I will say that I did adapt this a little bit for the youngers. The way that they have it is where they're doing not even the full melody, just more simple tonic dominant notes is what I noticed. I taught them the entire melodies by rote. So you can kind of do what you want according, again, to how you like to teach. So I had the 2 older kids at pianos. They were digital keyboards. digital pianos, and they were using the pre-reading sheets. And the other ones I had on another piano to learn by rote. And I had little tabs on there. And we went ahead and we played the music by rote while the other two kids had headphones and they learned their song. I gave them a choice of learning it with one hand. If they did well with that, they could play it with the other hand. If they did well with that, they could do hands parallel. And that was up to them. Okay, so after we did that, we moved back to the table to do an activity page. Now, each day's activity matched the weather and music theme. So the first day, they focused on symbols, and then the next day, I think dynamics, and then we had rhythm, and there's improv. I forget the other one. But each day has a focus and they make the activity very, very accessible. So, and when you complete them, the kids earn a sticker, like good stickers, like stickers that you can put on your water bottles, the vinyl, the good ones, the vinyl, you know what I'm talking about? They mail these to you and they're included in your download. So then we moved to snack time. We had goldfish. I mean, whatever, just kids snacks. You can even have the kids bring their own snacks. And then free play for a brain break. That's at least what we did. It's not in here, but that's what I did. Okay, so after that is game time, and the curriculum provides games based on the lesson topic. I also use some of my own studio favorites, which worked out really great. And then there's video time. They're short, focused, they tie in with the weather theme, and you get a few to choose from. The kids really loved them. I loved how they put these together. After this is supposed to be where you bring the parents in for the last 20 minutes. And I think that's a beautiful idea. I waited until the very last day to do this. I didn't do it every day. What I did is I actually had the kids go back to the piano and we played through their songs again. And then I had the two that were at the digital pianos, I had them unplug and we played it all together as an ensemble. And we went through it a few times and we would do it loud and then soft. And then we would do it fast and then slow. And it was a lot of fun. On the final day, I invited the parents in. They watched it. They were recording with their phones. They were cheering the kids on. It was really a great way to wrap it up. I ran it as a 4-day, 2-hour per day camp. 4 days worked great for us. I was tired by the 4th day. I was really happy I didn't do the 5th day. That's up to whatever you guys end up wanting to do if you do it. And it was just great. I'm really, really happy with it. So here's my final thoughts. This curriculum made my life so much easier. It really, really did. And I've purchased a lot over the years and I've always felt like I had to change things around. I didn't have to do that much with this one. I really didn't. It is structured, it is age appropriate, it is flexible, and it is solid. It covers symbols, rhythm, dynamics, teamwork, independence, and even improvisation. It is simple enough for young players, but it is musically rich. It worked for everyone in my group. I mean, everyone. It was wonderful. I was so pleased with how this week went. I have used camps before that did not quite deliver. This one did. So, do I recommend Piano Pyramids Summer Piano Club PX? We're talking about the one for the youngers. Yes, I do. I absolutely recommend this. I will be using it again next summer for my younger kiddos. Not the music and weather. They've got some others. They've got sports and music, and they have another one, I think. So I will be doing a different one next year, but I'm definitely going to do it. It worked out so well. It has made my life so much easier, especially since it's summer and I don't want to have to work a ton other than lessons. You guys know what I mean by doing all that work on the back end. I don't want to do it. I want to prep, print, laminate, and be done with it and be ready for my summer. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.